Look what I got. What is it, you ask? Well, remember a few weeks ago, I posted about this portable laptop screen that you could attach to the laptop, whether to the side or on top. We got a lot of requests for that. So I am taking this one home to test it, to see how it works, right? So stay tuned. You want to pay attention to this because there is a lot of interest in this product. Here we have the Duex Plus DS by Mobile Pixels. This one is the 13.3-inch portable laptop monitor. Let's see what's on the back of the box. So it shows you the different ways you could connect it, where you could bring it out on the side. Also, you could put it on the back of the laptop itself. That way, you could use it as a display unit, which is going to be very, very handy. For Beyond the Reef, which is our ocean conservation nonprofit, I do a lot of presentations, so this would be very, very handy. This is my first time opening the box. Let's see what's inside. Okay, there is a setup guide, which I'm pretty sure I will need. What is this? Is this an app or a website? Visit the link. Scan QR code or visit the link, turn over, and it has an attachment guide. This would use magnets on the back of your computer to attach the screen, as you could see here. All right, let's see what else is in the box. Oh, this is a template for where you should put the various magnets on the back of your laptop. We'll figure this out as we go along. And here is the screen, the monitor itself. Ooh. I'm taking it out. All right, let's try to keep this as clean as possible. It is very light. It is very light. I will take this out so you guys can see. I'm not sure which side the screen is on, so I don't want to touch the screen. I'm taking it out. It's on this side, well, both sides actually. So I assume the magnets will go on this side and then the screen is on the inside here. It also says scan me here for additional 6 months warranty. We have the USB, the regular USB, the old USB. I think this is a USB-A to USB-C. And then we have an HDMI. Looks like a mini HDMI to, what is this one? Something else. We'll figure this out. We will figure this out. Some way, somehow. Let's see. Let's take this off. Okay. All right. We'll make it work. Some way, somehow. Most likely, given the MacBook I would have to use the USB cables and then just put the USB-C adapter on this side. What else is in here? Instruction manual and extra adhesive. And of course the magnets. Oh wow, I was concerned because this is a USB-A connector, and I was concerned because I don't have the USB-C, and my MacBook only takes USB-C, but look here. Bam, you take this off and it's a USB-C connector. So I have USB-C to USB-C or the old school USB. Here we have it properly set up. They do include a setup guide, and we also have a setup video that comes with it. So it's pretty simple to set up. For me, you have to put 4 magnets on, and the magnets are extremely, extremely strong. So be mindful of that, please. Please be mindful of that. I got 1, 2, 3 on, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one there is like a 3M sticky thing on the backside for it to stick on the computer. That one didn't stick. However, they did include extra sticky pads, so I used an extra one. I took off the sticky pad that wasn't working on this side and I put on another one. It worked, and then everything was seamless from there. I did have a bit of an issue trying to figure out how to slide it across, how to get the screen out, but that's mostly me being, let's say, dunce. One thing to note, I did have a case on my MacBook, but I am not sure if this would work with the case on. I assume it would because the case stays on very sturdily. So I assume if you put the magnets on the case itself, then it would stay on, but I didn't want to risk it. Maybe at some point in the future I would, but right now it's directly on the MacBook itself. As for the size, it is relatively thin. However, it adds bulk to your device. This is a MacBook Pro and it's very slim. If you look at it, it's very slim, and it's kind of like two MacBooks depending on how you look at it. It's not super heavy, but it does add some weight to your device. So be mindful of that. I think that would be the one thing that would throw people off, which is the additional bulk and the weight. The weight is quoted at 1.8 pounds, which, isn't that much, but if you're carrying it for a while, you may feel it. Like I mentioned, this size is 13.3 inches. This is a 13-inch MacBook Pro, and it fits perfectly. So you want to make sure you get the right size. I do believe they have different sizes. Don't quote me on that, but you want to make sure you get the right size for your laptop. Let's open this and get it working. It's pretty easy. I mean, I said that it was a bit difficult for me at first trying to slide out the screen, but that's just because I didn't know what I was doing. I did watch some YouTube videos and it helped me. To get it out, you would slide the whole thing. So notice the entire thing moved, and then you just keep pulling until it comes out. Nice and easy. And then you tilt it. How do you get this working? For me, so far, I have used the USB-C cable. See in here, USB-C end, there's USB-A and USB-C here, but I'm using a USB-C because this is a USB-C laptop. You just plug it in your port and it just works. You plug and it comes on. I have the USB cable plugged into one side, and this side I haven't plugged it in this side yet. I usually do the cables the other way around. Let's see if it works this way. One thing, it's coming on. It's as simple as that. One thing I do have to say, what I noted, I tried it with a regular USB-C cable and it didn't work. It didn't work. It did give the monitor power, but it said no signal. I am assuming you have to use the cable that comes with it, or a USB-C cable that is specifically designed to transfer video. Originally, it was set up to, I think it was 960 by 540. Yes, that says default, but I changed it to 1080p. From what I'm noting here, you have different resolution options. I have it on 1080p. The color profile is Duex plus DS. I have to mess with this. I will mess with this while I'm doing some color grading in DaVinci Resolve to see which one is best. One thing you have to note is color accuracy when you're editing videos, especially in Resolve. You need the colors to be as accurate as possible. So I can't fully test that yet. I haven't been editing any videos on this yet, but that is something I'm going to pay close attention to. You have the refresh rate up to 60 Hertz. You have 60, 50, 30, and 25. I will leave it at 60, and the rotation is standard. The rotation, you could change the angle. So, if you want, you could actually put it to stand up. So instead of connecting it directly to the laptop, you could use this back end as a base and put it to stand up. Here we are in DaVinci Resolve. Now, I usually use the second monitor as a video clean feed. So let's do that. It's right here. Oh, it's blank. It is on video clean feed. You could see the images over there. I could use it for other things as well, but most of the times I'm using the second screen to view what is on screen. And it's playing. You have many options as to how you want to use the screen. Like I said, in DaVinci Resolve, I use the second screen as a video clean feed. In Logic, I tend to use things as editing or mixing on the second screen. I figured in live performances, I would use the second screen, so I would have Ableton Live on this screen and then Main Stage on the other screen. I get full view. This is a Logic project I am working on, Logic Pro. As you can see, I have the main screen over here and Mixer over here, the second screen. That's how I usually use the second screen. You could set it up however you want. I also tend to do editing on the second screen as well. So just leave this as the main screen and editing and mixing over on the other screen. So let's get an EQ, a channel EQ. See, I have the EQ over here, so I get it nice and big if I want to see what I'm doing. This would be good in a portable context, in a mobile context. So if you're out, let's say you're in an airport or even on an airplane, if you have the space, or maybe you're at the Pier Park or somewhere else and you want to get some work done, you have dual screens with you. Here you have a potential live setup for me, because most of the times I'm performing live, I'm using Ableton Live and Mainstage. So I have one on one screen, one on the other screen. I could just switch over to whichever screen and do whatever I need to do, and then come back and go. You can see over here, there are some settings. There's contrast, saturation. You could change the temperature, the signal, and there's some other options. There are 3 buttons on the back. There's an up and down that changes the brightness. And then there's a center button that gives you the same menu in the back. So you can change the brightness, the color, temperature, the various things like that. I want it as color accurate as possible. For right now, I am leaving it on sRGB. Who would this work for? I think realistically, a vast majority of people, because finance people, they could use this. They could use this, spread out everything here. If you're working on if you tend to work on a lot of documents, you could just spread them out here as well. In the media and entertainment industry, you could use this in a portable context. This thing would be boss for productivity. This is what it's for. The thing that I think would deter people is the extra bulk and maybe the extra 2 pounds, but to me, what you're gaining is worth it. The other thing is you have to look at battery impact. Remember, this isn't getting battery powered from anywhere else. So you have to consider it is draining some of your computer's battery. I haven't measured that yet, but that is something to take into consideration. I'm thinking what you can potentially do is either just charge your laptop, and that would help with that, or there's also a mini HDMI port on the monitor itself. So you could use the USB-C port to power the monitor, and then the HDMI port to run into the laptop itself. But I assume the easiest way is to just charge your laptop. From a non-technical point of view, so far, I'm in love with this screen. I really am. I could see so much potential with this screen. I cannot give you a comprehensive review just yet because I have to use it out in a live performance context. I also have to edit some videos using it. But for now, this is where I'm going to leave you. If you're big on productivity on your laptop, you need this. You need to rush down to iSmart and say, Drew, I need this monitor, because it is something that could help you a lot. If you're into productivity, go get this. Don't debate. It is really that good.